Yes, I can do that. And this is part 1. Okay, this is the first position, and as you could see, let's go back, the bishop just took our knight. And so the first thing I would think in this position is, can we just recapture the piece? Yes, we can just recapture the piece, and this is also the best move in this position. We can just recapture the piece. Okay, this one. The first thing I see immediately is that we have 2 pieces on the board, a bishop and a queen. I also see that this king can be attacked, and the first thing I look at in this position is, can I give a check? Yes, I can give a check. Queen takes on g2. This is a check. Do I have any other checks? Well, I might be able to do this, but the pawn is in the way, so this is not really a check. There is no other check. So let's have a look at this one. It looks like if I take, the king can't take back because it's defended by the bishop. So I can take, and this is checkmate. Why? Because I protect all of these squares with my queen, and I attack the king, so this is just checkmate immediately. Checkmate. Okay, this one. I immediately see the king is behind 3 pawns, which means if I want to checkmate the white king, I need to protect all of these, wait, let's do it properly, all of these squares. These squares are possessed by white's own pawns, so I only need to protect all of these squares. I first just look at all the checks. So all the checks in the position, this is a check. Are there any other checks I can do? I don't see anything. So, okay, I take. So already you can see that if there would be no rook, okay, let's do it with blue, no rook here on d1, then this already would be checkmate because we control all of these squares. But in fact there is a rook on e1, so after this move you can just take back. The good thing is that we have a queen on e8, and so actually we can simply take back. And as I said, these squares are already controlled, but now since our queen is on e1, we can simply protect all of these squares, and this is going to be checkmate because the king is in check and he has nowhere else to go. Okay, takes. Okay, next one. This one. I saw the rook takes my rook. Okay. The first thing I think about is, can I just not take back, right? The other thing I think about is, okay, I have here a pawn, can I maybe promote? Okay, if I want to do that, okay, I think the rook will just go back, and then he's just up a rook, and he will defend this position. So what I need to do is I take, and also what I see is, next, this king is far away. The king is not in time to protect me from promoting the pawn. So I can simply take and promote next. And I will be first, because as you can see, boom, 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 and boom. And after this, you can see just a move like this, check, and I will pick up the pawn. Because this is a check, check. Okay, so we can just take this. Okay, the king will try and go for my pawn, but he's not in time. So we can just promote. Okay, this one. This one, the first thing I think about is, can I take material? Yes, I can take this pawn. Why can I take this pawn? Because it's not protected. Can I take this one? No. I can't take this one because this is protected by his pawn. Another thing I think about is, can I promote with this one? Of course I can't with this because this is fixed pawn structure. I can't do this because this will be taken. So very logical. What I just want to do is I want to open the way for my pawn. My pawn will run. How do I let my pawn run? I just take here, I take here next, and then I run my pawn. Okay, very logical. I simply take on a2. This I take on b3. Takes, hop, and I take I promote. How do I know this is winning? Well, because this pawn 1, 2, 3, this pawn 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's also my move. So I know I will be quicker. Okay, this one. Let's have a look at this one. So immediately what I see is the queen has just taken my knight. Okay, so first you should look at this piece. Okay, because it's just taken something. So you should always look at what move did your opponent make. Okay, this move, is it good? Is it bad? You should kind of make an evaluation. But even before that, or maybe together with that or after that, you should look at checks and attacks. What checks do I have in a position? I see only one with the knight, because there's no other piece close to this king. And that's this one. And you say, well, what is this doing? It's a check, but he will just take my piece. And then I say no, Because what this move does is it's also opening up the bishop against the queen, right? So this, you should look at this move apart from the fact if it's winning the queen or losing a piece, it doesn't matter. You should look at it because it's a check. And just by looking at it, okay, you say, okay, well, he goes back or he goes there. After both of these cases, do I have something special? Let's say he takes. Yes, I do. I can take the queen. Okay. So then I know, okay, this is a good move and I can win the queen afterwards. Just like that. Okay, next one. This one. I immediately see a king there and I see two of my pieces. Can I give a check with my rook? No, I can't. Okay, then I look, can I give a check with my queen? Yes, I can. In how many different ways? I have this check, and this check. 3 ways to give a check. Only 3 ways. Okay, let's first have a look at this one. He takes. Because I take, king takes back. Do I have something special? I don't think I do. I don't think, I can't see. I have 1 rook. Can I checkmate with a rook? Can I take material with a rook? I don't think so. He can go there, check me, but okay, he can just go there. This one. Can I do this one? Well, I mean, I give a check. Okay, so I guess he has to go back or something. Somewhere there, and then maybe I come in with the rook. It's not that easy because these squares are protected. Can I win material? Pretty difficult. And then, oh, there was not only this, but actually this one. And now I see actually I can win a rook. Okay, so you should, when calculating, look at all the check moves. And this one is working for me, so that's great. I attack this, I attack this. This, he has to play either this or king somewhere back. And afterwards I just take the rook. So this is working. Okay, this one. I immediately look at checks. The first thing I do, especially because I see this. This is again the same. Because if I'm able with white to control these squares, it's gonna be mate, okay? Because it's a check. You know, if I can check it somehow, and I control these squares with either a rook or a queen, this is going to be checkmate. So I immediately look at my queen, because I see my queen is active, and I have possibilities of checkmating. So, what sorts of checks do I have? This one, I immediately see, no, that's not going to be it. First of all, he can take, but also it's not going to be mate of some sort or anything. This one, can I do? No, he can take that as well. And I don't see immediately something that I can do. Okay, this one. I also have this one. But then he can just take. And now the last one, I had all of these checks. I don't think I have any other check. This one actually is a good move. Because, why? Again, I'm attacking the king, as well as controlling these squares, as well as the king can't go anywhere there. So it's gonna be checkmate. It would be checkmate if black wouldn't be able to block it, but then we can take. And now it is checkmate because look at this king, look at these pawns, this is checkmate. Okay, so we go there, and this is checkmate. Okay, this one. Let's have a look at this position. So the first thing I want to think about in this position is checks and attacks. First, we look at the checks. What I mean with attacks is attacking high value pieces like the queen. But first we look at the checks. So the checks I see immediately is bishop b5. Bishop b5 is a check. Just like that. Is it working? Is it doing anything? No, he can take. He can take my piece. So first, actually, what you should do is you should first, actually, if you want to do it very efficiently, you should first make all your candidates. So this is a check, this is a check, and this is a check. These are all checks. And for the moment, I don't see any other check. So this one we immediately saw, well, black can just take that. And I don't see how that's helping us. This one, he can simply take my queen. Okay, that's not helping us. This one, and obviously I take this one as the last because I saw immediately this worked. But even if you didn't, that doesn't, then you see it maybe now, that what we're doing is we're attacking the king and the rook at the same time. And that's very good, okay? So this is called a double attack. We're attacking the queen and the king and the rook. And so basically what happens here is either after this move, the bishop has to block and then we take, or the king has to go somewhere there and then we take. So this double attack again, okay, he blocks, no problem, we can take the rook. Okay, this one. Okay, so immediately the first thing I think about is checks and attacks. So first checks, can I give a check? No, this king is pretty safe here. I don't think I have any sort of mating combination or anything. So, or like a very good attacking position on his king. The next thing I think about is attacks. Attacks is on high value pieces. This is worth a lot, 9 points. So let's start with this, especially because, as I said, you should look at your opponent's moves. He's just made a move, so you should look at it. Okay, is this good, is this bad? And maybe we can do something about this. Okay, I immediately see this queen has not many squares, right? How do I see that? I see that this queen is here in our camp. And if she wants to go back, she has to go back via this square, and then she's back in her own camp. But in actual fact, if we would be possible to control this file somehow, I don't see how she could retreat, because in actual fact, she can't take any of our pieces because we protect everything. So the solution is to use a piece that can control this file. And that's the rook. So the rook can do that, and the rook can put himself there. And then the queen is trapped. Because we control all the squares the queen can potentially go to, as well as we are protecting the piece that attacks the queen. Because we're protecting the rook with the bishop. So this is simply winning the queen, so we can just take back. Okay, great. Next position. The first thing, the very first thing I look at are checks and attacks. So again, my checks. What are my checks? Bishop c5. Another check I see is queen to d4. And these are pretty much the only checks I see in the position. So we have this one and this one. So first of all, let's maybe look at this one. And I don't immediately see something I can do. So let's say he goes there. Well, maybe I can get in. Also after this, he can of course go there. And it doesn't look, maybe after this, maybe I could do something. After this, he would probably go there, and then I guess, yeah, if he goes there, I guess I maybe have to go back, because I don't really have another check or something, right? I can't check him on the light square because I have dark square bishop. This piece will not help us in the attack because it can't get to the king, while this bishop can. So also what I see is actually it's way more logical to check with the king, because I'm already with this queen controlling this square. Which means if I were to go here with the bishop, I control these squares, but this square is already defended by the queen, right? Which means the king has to go back into the corner. So in that sense, this is way more logical, because now I have not one, in this case this is one attacker, but two attackers. So that's already better for me. So this one, as I said, he has only one move, he can't block. These squares are protected, so he's on only one square to go to. Let's show it. And in this position, again, I just look at the checks. The possible checks I see in this position is queen to f1. And this is not only check, but also checkmate, because these pieces are over there. The king can't go there, but these squares are protected by the queen, and I'm also just attacking the king there. So this is gonna be checkmate again. Boom, boom. Okay, this one.